Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Upper Structure Fridays, a series where we look at the use of upper structures for chord voicings and improvisation. As usual, we encourage you to check out the introductory video where we talk about how to create these new colors using upper structures. We'll put a link in the description below, or you can click on this iCard right here. All right, so today we have something very special for you guys. What we have is a major triad on top of a minor 7 flat 5. This is a very interesting upper structure because it suggests a modal interchange reharmonization. In other words, it suggests that we're borrowing from another mode, as we'll get into later. But for now, if we put our minor 7 flat 5 chord on the bottom and then our major triad on top, what we get is this. To construct this upper structure, we simply play a major triad over a minor 7 flat 5, starting on the flat 7 of that chord. For example, in E minor 7 flat 5, the flat 7 is D. So we simply have to play a D major triad on top of an E minor 7 flat 5. We now have an E minor 7 flat 5 with two tensions, the natural 9th and the 11th. This is one of the coolest upper structures you'll find in music. Not because of its color, but because it predicts a deceptive resolution in the harmonic progression, as we'll see later on. Here are the ways you can think about this triad. Play a major triad starting on the flat 7 of a minor 7 flat 5 chord. You can think of it as an extension of the minor 7 flat 5 using the natural 9th and the 11th. For a more independent perspective, just think a major second below the root and play the major triad on that note in any inversion. A more advanced way of looking at this is by looking at the scale that this voicing suggests. Now, quick warning, we're about to get into some uncharted territory, mostly uncharted territory as it relates to music theory. It's about to get crazy, so go ahead and put the kids to bed and try to follow me. When we put the notes in order, we get the Locrian natural 9 scale, minus one note, the flat 6. In E minor 7 flat 5, we get all of the notes from the E Locrian natural 9 except for C. To understand why this is important, we need to look at the common uses of a minor 7 flat 5 chord. The minor 7 flat 5 is almost always a 2 of a minor target. If we're in B flat minor, then the standard 2-5-1 jazz progression is C minor 7 flat 5, F7 flat 9, and then B flat minor 6. This 2 minor 7 flat 5 is paired by default with the Locrian scale or the Locrian natural 13 because it is targeting, together with the 5-7 flat 9, a minor 1 chord. In fact, any 2 primary or secondary that targets a minor 1 will want to use Locrian or Locrian natural 13. Let's say we're now in B flat major. The 2 of 2 is a minor 7 flat 5. And the default scale is Locrian natural 13, as you can see in mapping tonal harmony. This is because the final target of the 2 of 2, 5 of 2 progression is the 2 chord, which is a minor chord. When you're dealing with a minor 7 flat 5, it's usually the 2 of a minor key. So if I have C minor 7 flat 5, I can safely assume we're going to be targeting B flat minor, because that's the 2 of B flat minor. Also very important is that this chord's chord scale is Locrian. So I have or Locrian natural 13, so I'd have an A natural instead of an A flat. So what's important to note about this scale is this D flat right there, that flat 2 or that flat 9. This D flat or flat 2 in our case also happens to be the 3 of our target. So basically, the 2 of 2 is the 3 of the 1. But when we play our upper structure with the natural 9, we're implying a major target, which is impossible unless we resolve deceptively to a major target, or this minor 7 flat 5 is a modal interchange chord, that is a reharmonization of a regular 2 minor 7 with a major target. So this upper structure suggests one of these two aforementioned options. So now, when you see a minor 7 flat 5, think of it as the 2 minor 7 flat 5 of some key and play the 1 major on top. This is an ideal upper structure to use in a minor 7 flat 5 that is clearly a borrowed chord, like at the end of Stella by Starlight. We're now in the key of B flat major, but the last 2/5 is clearly borrowed from the key of B flat minor, C minor 7 flat 5 to F flat 9. To create our voicing, we just need to play the B flat major triad, which is the 1 major on top of the C minor 7 flat 5. By doing this, we will suggest the final B flat major target and are still playing a 2 minor 7 flat 5, because our upper structure contains the major third of our 1 chord. In Stella, we can go even further and treat this contiguous 2/5 using the same technique, extending the deceptive resolution backwards, and we can play our upper structure in all of these 2 minor 7 flat 5 chords. And yes, I'm using another upper structure on the 5/7s. In fact, I'm using 2 different upper structures for every 5/7, but we'll look at them in future episodes. I know this was a hard to digest episode, and don't worry if you don't get it right away, because I didn't either. And that's the beauty of this medium. You can pause the video whenever you want, think about what you just digested. I really need to see content over and over again, come back to it a day or 2 later, and keep revisiting it before it finally sinks in. So, like I said, keep at it until you see these chords from these different perspectives. That allows you to see the colors that you can create from these upper structures. All right, so here's your upper structure challenge of the day. See if you can picture these major triads rooted on the flat 7 of the minor 7 flat 5 chords that we're going to give you. As always, we'll give you 4 beats to answer. Feel free to pause if you need more time. F minor 7 flat 5, E flat, E flat minor 7 flat 5, D flat, C sharp minor 7 flat 5, B, B minor 7 flat 5, A minor 7 flat 5, G. So that's it for this week's installment. Like and subscribe if you want to help us out. Don't forget to click on the notification bell if you want to stay up to date on current content. Come back next week when we talk about a new technique to use using upper structures. But as it is right now, we leave you with this demo showcasing today's technique.